Griffin Wolfe had not cried in 11 years. Not when he closed his first nine-figure deal. Not when the magazine covers came. Not even at the funeral. Standing in the cold Connecticut rain beside a casket that held a man he hadn't spoken to in 8 years. The lawyer called 3 weeks later. There was a safe. His father had left specific instructions. Griffin was the only one allowed to open it. He almost didn't go. The old house smelled like wood polish and silence. The safe was in the study behind a painting of a sailboat Griffin had never seen his father actually sail. He stood in front of it for a long time before entering the combination. His own birthday, which caught him somewhere tender. Inside, no cash, no hidden will, no stock certificates, just an envelope. His name on the front in his father's handwriting. He sat down on the floor to read it. Griffin, if you're reading this, I ran out of time to say it in person. I was always running out of time with you. I watched you make your first million from a newspaper clipping your aunt sent me. I watched you build everything from the same distance I always kept. Too proud to close and too afraid you'd reject me if I tried. You were right to be angry. I chose work over your childhood in ways I told myself were necessary. They weren't. I was a coward dressed up as a provider. But I want you to know something. I kept every article, every profile, every photograph. There's a box in the closet. I told everyone you were a stranger to me because I didn't know how to explain that you were the thing I was most proud of in a life I mostly wasted. I'm sorry I laughed at your first business idea. And I was scared you'd actually do it. You did it anyway. That's always been the difference between us. With more love than I ever showed, Dad Griffin Wolfe sat on the floor of his dead father's study for 2 hours. Then he found the box. 43 years of clippings organized by date, some with notes in the margins, proud ones. He did cry then, 11 years of it, all at once. He flew back to New York and called his own estranged son before the plane landed. I need to tell you something, he said when the boy answered, surprised and guarded, and I need you to know I mean it. The line was quiet for a moment. Okay, Dad. That was enough to start. Subscribe to Empire Untold. Power, legacy, and the letters we should have written sooner.